Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be presenting our hospitality event and tourism management alumnum gala. Starting off,
My name is Meredith Lindsay.
I'm Marvin Diaz Vela.
I'm Alina Davis.
And I'm Melissa Matthews.
So, for our event overview, the time has come to celebrate our current members and new inductees to the Hospitality Event and Tourism Management Alumni Association. Please join us for a night dedicated to honor our new members and help raise donations for the scholarships that directly impact current HETM students.
Our first annual Alumni Gala will be held at the UNT CoLab on the downtown Denton Square. As you can see on the slides, the CoLab has two different floors. We have dedicated the first floor to our guests and the second to our staff and volunteers to prepare and plate food. The first floor will have 9 circular tables set up for our guests with areas to mingle before they take their seats. Upstairs, the staff and volunteers will have dedicated tables for appetizers, entrees, and beverages. The CoLab is rooted in rich history and tradition, and it is home to innovative learning experiences for the students of the College of Merchandising, Hospitality, and Tourism.
And for our budget plan, originally our estimated budget was to be as high as 8,585. Thankfully to the thankfully to the circumstances that we have with UNT and UNT Collab, we were able to get a lot of our services for free, getting our actual budget down to $3,363, even with our total budget being $5,000. That's how we were able to stay just under the budget and even a little bit more too. And that wants me to bring up sacrifices for quality. Although we have nothing for swag bags, gifts, and favors, we wanted to be able to focus on the venue, the environment, and how our new alumni are able to come in and be able to raise fundraisers for HTM. Not only that, but we wanted to express a network ability for the event. And then for the second slide, it continues on for our budget. As you can see, we go for our registration that it goes for 123. Our communication can be as low as a 180 because a huge emphasis on that would be our online presence. Due to like how strong the internet presence is nowadays, we're able to do so much of our services for free. Thus, why we're also able to keep under budget because of that. And online just helps a whole ton. The huge assist for this event planning was definitely the UNT collab, being a UNT member or student, and just being online.
Here is the invitation that we made for the gala. We wanted to create something classy and formal, but still informative so that our invitees knew exactly where to go and when. We created this invitation through Canva, which is a free website, and it helped us save money in the budget and also allowed us to electronically send the invites so we didn't have to worry about any details going on with mail, stamps, or anything of that sort. The collab can hold up to 116 people, so our guest list will look a little bit like students and new graduates from the HETM program, as well as the current members of the Alumni Association and their respective families. We also encourage faculty and staff to come and help network and induct our new alumni.
The food and beverage service overview, the UNT dining services will be providing a pasta buffet with vegetarian options upon request. The total cost for this is $1,102. For service and staffing, UNT dining service staff will prepare all food and beverages and also assist with plating and serving attendees. Unpaid volunteers will also assist with this by refilling water and other beverages as needed and also helping plate and serve food according to the event schedule.
For the decor, we went with a floral theme. We decided to stay within the UNT colors, which would be the green, white, black, and gold to reflect our school pride. We also chose these colors to match the equipment that is provided by the UNT CoLab, which would be those banquet tables with the black linens, green folding chairs, and black stacking chairs. Um, our centerpieces will be a floral arrangement, including small white hydrangeas, ruscus greenery, white lilies, and champagne-colored roses. Surrounding the centerpieces will be LED pillar candles to add a warm, elegant ambiance. For the entertainment, we will have motivational speeches from a chosen alumnus and the Dean of the CMHT College, Dr. Janae Hawley. We believe that hearing from a successful graduate who pursued a similar career path as themselves will inspire the current HTM students as well as the newly alumni. And having the dean, Dr. Janae Holly, will create a more personalized, meaningful approach. As for the musical aspect of the evening, we will have current UNT students performing. Um, since the gala is a formal affair, we will have a string quartet.
For the production plan, we'll be partnering with UNT Media Arts and their team. This will help aid ensuring that speakers, screens, and lights are functioning properly prior to the event. Additionally, they will also take the time before the event to make sure that all staff and volunteers present know how to fix anything should something happen in any aspect of production. Additionally, the UNT Media Arts team will provide one member to film and edit a video. This member will be a student who is seeking experience, which helps um, the cost. So typically, when a student is seeking real life experience, it's a trade for them being able to come to our event free of charge. And this will be in correlation with the UNT Media Arts team.
Our marketing plan will mostly contain email blasts to our alumni to promote the gala. We want to raise awareness in order to have more scholarship money for the current students. For the social media content, we'll have some countdown posts. Leading up to the event, we'll have photos from previous HTM events and alumni and student spotlights just to have that inspiration for the current students. This is our social media calendar 5 weeks prior to the event. Week 1 will be a save the date, so we'll provide a picture of the current HTM scholarship applicants to get people motivated to donate for the event, as well as the event landing page links so that people have easier access to RSVP. Week 2 will be Legacy of HTM, so we'll post throwback photos from previous events, as well as alumni spotlight posts, which would be, for example, where are they now? Just have people include short messages from featured alumni. Week 3 will be Scholarships Matter, Change a Life, testimonials from previous HTM scholarship winners, again, to motivate donors and sponsors to raise money for the scholarships. Week 4 will be what to look forward to. So we'll include event details, including the catering and the entertainment that we'll provide, as well as the dress code so people know what to wear, and an RSVP reminder. Week 5 will be last chance. So the last RSVP reminder so people are able to do that before the event, as well as a scholarship fund progress tracker to again motivate people to donate for the event. Our weekly posts will have, as I mentioned previously, countdown posts and things like a Throwback Thursday, which, like I've mentioned again, previous HTM graduating classes and professors, things like Meet the Alumni, sponsor shout outs, and Meet the Future. So, current HTM students' career goals.
And now diving into the timeline and schedule, we wanted to be able to focus on the why. From the very beginning, if you determine on your why, it really helps you out when creating an event management, such as for our event. Even all the way back until 10 weeks out, we're able to develop what's the reason for it, what's our budget, and it gives you an easier time on being able to see what's the schedule looking like for weeks ahead. Although it's very repetitive on the timeline schedule of how confirmation can be, of like constantly checking the venue. Those are the actions that are very essential, because once you have those down and you're able to scan yourself and go through the mind of being able to look over and over again how you want your event to play out, it makes it not only 10 times easier for yourself, but it makes it 10 times easier for your team, our team, especially when we kept looking at how we wanted to plan it out. As well, you also will see in our timeline and schedule event, our RSVP. And one thing I want to highlight is that although RSVPs won't always get 100%, and it's very rare for them to do so, it's a huge help on how you want to plan it, especially when it comes down to catering, when you're scheduling down to what percentage. And an ideal percentage of getting it down would be somewhere to 60 or 70%. And you can see as you get closer to the event, you already want to be able to have confirmations finalized. Even on the days prior to the event, if we can actually see on the next slide, it would be for production schedule. Although a lot of it shows that it's supposed to be day by day by day, or even just set up in the morning of, it's most recommended if you're able to get a venue access prior hand, and that way you're able to set up. That way, when day of the event comes down, you're able to handle it a lot more better since everything's already laid out. Especially going through it again and again and again in your mind, you already have the idea of how the event is supposed to go down. And lastly, I want to end it with the load in and load out schedule. Again, although it's oh, if one is missing, then show must go on. What I mean by that is one of these events or any of these schedules are going missing. Our plan is to still continue the show. Of course, our backup plan is to be able to reach our connections or even reach out to UNT and be able to see who can help us out, whether if it's volunteers or even other students that would be able to help us out last minute, such as the AV team or even catering for a nearby restaurant, photography. Even so, if one of us, since we already live in a day and age of photos, iPhones, and being able to record and take photos, that would be another replacement to be able to help fix the event and get it back on track.
So for event support and staffing overview, the event will primarily rely on UNT resources such as UNT catering and then the UNT Media Arts Department. So for food and drinks, that'll be provided by UNT catering as noted earlier, and then production support will be through UNT Media Arts Department. Also as noted, we will be using a vendor for the floral arrangements. So that will be part of our decorations. So for service and staffing, the staff is going to be scheduled through official UNT departments and with the connection through human resources to make sure that everything is set in stone. That will come into play with utilizing official staff members of the media arts department as well as the catering department. And then for volunteers, they will assist at no cost. They must register in advance using a form such as Jot form. So it's like an online registration. And they have to do it in advance to make sure they're on our roster. So for volunteers, we plan on to recruit them at least 3 months in advance through organizations such as YMSL, NCL, UNT, and local churches. These are great groups to reach out to because a lot of time they need volunteer hours, so that will help us get as many volunteers as we need. The requirements is, as noted, they need to register in advance and be on the official roster. They need to sign a waiver agreeing to the event rules. And then also they're expected to dress formally to be in line with our event. So those tasks may include decorating, cleaning, assisting attendees in serving food and beverages, and other assigned event duties. And this also goes to say that our UNT staff that will be at the event will also be doing the same things. So as for our vendors, the really only other vendor besides UNT services is the floral vendor, but they will arrange the florals and then we will take care of the rest with decorating through staff and volunteers.
And thank you so much for tuning in to our presentation. We really appreciate your time and dedication to the HETM department and for the fundraiser. So we really hope that you consider to donate for the scholarships that we are trying to raise for. I'm Marvin Diaz Vela.
I'm Meredith Lindsay.
I'm Alina Davis.
And I'm Melissa Matthews.